Hey YouTube, Jumbo Silverette here, back after a long absence. Let's see, came back from the West Coast Las Vegas pipe show a few weeks ago, and I have to say it was a ball. I haven't been to a pipe show in years. We used to have them in Los Angeles, but anti-smoking legislation made it virtually impossible to find a place to hold them any longer. So the event was moved to Vegas over the last few years, and it's done rather well. It's held at the Palace Station Hotel, which is a nice hotel with a great staff, really good food, inexpensive, just a good place to be, frankly. A lot of fun. And I met, I don't know, a bunch of pipe makers that I've never met before. Many of them I've never even heard of before, but partially that's because my ear's not to the ground like it used to be when it comes to pipe makers. Anyway, there's some really talented people out there working now, making pipes. But there were some members of the kind of older guard there, like Mark Tinsky, and let's see what else. I mainly went over there to get tobacco, and frankly, I didn't get a whole lot because, I bought some vintage tins from some guys who were selling stuff, but there were no tobacco suppliers there. Well, that's not entirely true. There was Daughters and Ryan was there, and Pipes and Cigars was there, but they didn't bring any tobacco to sell because they didn't want to deal with the tax issues. So, which is too bad because they had made a commemorative blend for the show, which I would have loved to have tried. Sounds fabulous in this description, but I can't even find it on their site. Anyway, I did see one YouTube pipe presenter there, pipe collector, and let's see what else. It was just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's you guys really owe it to yourselves to go to a pipe show. If you can't make it to Vegas, go to one that's more local to you. But there's something about Vegas that's just so much fun. The gambling is nice, and the alcohol's inexpensive, and it's just a neat place to go. You see a lot of people having fun, and I don't know. It's just one of those places that I think is everyone should see in their lifetime. Anyway, I was smoking a lot of cigars for a while there, smoking about 1 or 2 a day, and in the interim have kind of held off a little bit. I've got some stuff sent to me through Cigars International, so I've got humidors filled, and kind of arrived at the cigars. I tend to like the Maduros, or that are in the they're about 6 inches by about 52 ring gauge, and Nicaraguans seem to be my favorite cigars at this point. I don't know why, but every Nicaraguan, well, not every, but all the Nicaraguan cigars that I've had, I've enjoyed to one extent or another. And let's see what else. I'm finally, after years, really literally years of smoking nothing but Big and Burley, have actually my taste buds changed. I'm not smoking it so much anymore. Matter of fact, I haven't got any anymore, which is unusual for me. I always had a pound. And now, what am I smoking? Well, Billy Budd. There's a guy on YouTube, I wish I could remember his name, I'll come up with it later, who is a big proponent for Billy Budd. And I gotta say, it's a really nice tobacco. Very nice tobacco. And what else? Some Bayou Morning by Cornell and Deal. And what's this? I haven't tried that yet. This is pretty nice too. Stanhope by Cornell and Deal. And look at this. Even got a thing of Carter Hall on me. Gives you an idea of the wide variety of stuff I'm carrying around. But it's so anyway. So things. Oh, I bought 2 pipes. One was a Bill Taylor made. It was, I think, called Romford, and I think he made them for McCraney's Pipe Shops years ago. And it's got to be an LX bowl. I'll show you a picture of it later. It's a beautiful pipe, and it holds an enormous amount of tobacco, which frankly, that's the only kind of downside on it. I won't smoke it all that often because it really, once you fill it up, you're there for the duration. But it's a beautiful pipe, a blast. And then the other pipe I got was a Bjorn Sandblast, an older one, and very light, very old briar. Just a lovely pipe. I bought it from Steve Leader, Texas. Actually, the Bjorn, the Romford, Ashton. I've forgotten the name of the retailer I bought it from. Anyway, they're both really nice pipes. There was one other pipe that I wanted. I didn't get it. I kind of regret it now because I went back I don't know why. Maybe I just kind of spent enough money at the show. Not at the show, but I mean just on the trip overall. And it was a W.O. Larson. It was a blast. It was I'd say it was kind of like a Lovat. I saw some really interesting pipes by this one guy whose name I forget, but he made these pipes with these enormous chambers on them, these kind of bulbous. So the bowls themselves are like kind of normal, but then they have this kind of swollen middle, looks like a pregnant woman. And that's the cooling chamber for the smoke. So they work on a little bit like on a calabash gourd system, but really unusually made, really kind of interesting and machined in areas, and a lot of threaded parts and stuff. And I really liked them actually. They were a little pricey for me, but I thought, God, that's an innovation. That's something I haven't seen in a pipe for a long time. Everyone's making, billiards and whatever, traditional shaped and styled pipes. Maybe some of them are more Scandinavian inspired, maybe some of them are more English inspired, but here's a guy who's doing something completely different. I mean, the stuff just looks really different, but it's still a chamber for burning tobacco, so therefore it's still a pipe. And what else do I see? Oh, I bought a couple books. Rick Newcomb was there, and I bought his new I've forgotten what the name of the book is. His book about basically his interest in pipe smoking and collecting and so forth. First one was Pipe Dreams, or anyway. Then I bought this other book by this really nice guy, Gary. I'll put the name up in a moment. Confessions of a Pipe Man, and he's more humorous in his approach. Gary Schreier, I think his name is, and he's more humorous in his approach. But I like him. He's a guy who's kind of come upon his feelings about pipe smoking, virtually everything else, by experience and reflection. So he's a thoughtful guy, and he's a nice man too. Back to Rick Newcomb for a second. I've known him for years because we're members of the same pipe club here in Los Angeles for a long time, and he got me interested in a whole mess of things that I would have never known about, but because he is so smart and he's been around, he knows so much, and he's so generous actually with all that information. I learned quite a bit from him. But one of the things he was also generous about was his tobacco. And he had samples on his table of some really wonderful aged tobaccos, including some Dunhill, what is it called? Early pipe? Morning pipe? Early pipe? I don't know what it's called. The one that comes in is it in the blue tin? Like kind of a light blue tin? Anyway, the stuff was out of this world. Camera only allows you to shoot for so many minutes, and I've been talking nonstop. Anyway, back to Rick Newcomb and this early morning pipe. This stuff was aged. It was dry. It was like, you know, it had the consistency of like dry tobacco. And it was just out of this world. I mean, it had this kind of smoothness to it that you only dream of. You only experience it. There's some pipe tobaccos that are just so balanced and have aged so nicely, and they take on this kind of incredibly mellow quality where all the taste and the flavor and the strength is there, but it's so smoothed out. There's no edge to it. There's no, you know, there's no hardness to it. It's just, I mean, it is the dream that most pipe guys dream about. It's that wonderful. Anyway, I had a couple wonderful bowls of that, including one that was in that enormous Romford pipe. So I smoked that actually for a good portion of the day. Anyway, what else did I want to mention? One thing that I did miss is going to a Vegas show. I wanted to go see, you know, in the past everyone plays Vegas at one point or another, or some people are there continuously. But the one kind of fun show would have been Donnie and Marie Osmond. And I didn't go. I don't know what I ended up doing, just wandering around probably. Anyway, I did have a fun time talking to a bunch of pipe guys, and there's some really interesting men and women there. Steve Leder's wife, whom I don't know, really a sweet lady, and knows a lot about pipes, and, you know, is basically, you know, it sounds like they travel a fair amount in pursuit of their business hobby. And let's see, who else did I meet? I don't know. I guess, you know, I wish I don't remember people's names. It's a little bit of a blur now that it's been a few weeks. But it was a real fun trip, and like I said, if you have the opportunity to go to a pipe show, take it. Go, have fun. It really is. It's a special thing. It's like, especially for guys who don't have pipe shops in their city. I mean, Los Angeles used to have lots of pipe shops. They're all gone. They're all gone. There are basically two left in the city now, and both of them are in, one's you know, primarily a cigar place, and they could care less about pipe smokers. And the other place was once a glorious, the original Tinderbox, Ed Colton's little, I don't know, almost, it looks like something out of an Aesop fable. No, that's not the right thing. It looks like something out of a Grimm's fairy tale story. The cottage that in Santa Monica that's been there since the 20s, I think. And yeah, so there's nothing left. So pipe shows afford you the opportunity to see a lot of pipes. And obviously, since everyone's got a lot of stuff, the price is really competitive on stuff. And, you know, a lot of tobacco. It's just like going to a big superstore. And anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. Let me show you what I'm smoking right now. This is a Bel Air, a Wilmer Bel Air. I guess this was like considered like a Bing Crosby pipe. This is a fabulous pipe, made in England. It was a cheapie when I bought it, you know, years and years and years ago. New from Gus's Pipe Shop in Sherman Oaks. And it's just a fabulous smoker, just wonderful. Rustication on it is nice, and this long shank and long bit really make for a very, very cool smoke. And it's not a huge bowl, so it's a very manageable pipe. It's great for moments like this where I'm waiting for someone namely my 11-year-old to get out of school. Anyway, I hope you guys are all well, and I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I did. Had some spectacular cigars, and anyway, I'll talk to you again. I'll see you soon, and wow, Christmas is just right around the corner. Just imagine that. All right, take care, buddies. Bye-bye.